Then we'll go on to St Magnus division because there's nobody else getting promoted in that one or relegated. All got sorted the week before. There's only eight
that's
go up
right,
here.
so it was.
So this one opened up a bit quicker. So here we go. We've got our old boy Sean here, 171.23 against the Whitford Rockstars, 175.90. So good win for Jack. Unlucky for John, but losing Love.
Yeah, good
Didn't
win
help.
with a low score there, 175 points, and it gets him over the line. So it's unlucky for Sean. Obviously, it's not happened for him. Obviously, Jordan Love got carted off pretty early, lost him there, and Jacob suffered as a result. And yeah, it's not what Whitworth Rockstars. 175 points, they would have been forgiven for thinking I've lost this one, but it's been enough. Josh Allen's just got enough. Thomas has been a disappointment for him all season long, but I like the cojones to still chuck him in there and hope for the best, But RJ Harvey's certainly come on to his game, and he's looking very strong for Denver. And
Jordan, he picked up
JSN's
Jordan and
bounced
played
back.
Jordan. So
I mean, it's like everyone's just done enough, haven't they, to get him over the line? Playing Jordan was a big call, and it's paid off for the 17 points. Yeah, you're right, Johnny. And yeah, Taylor's been kind of 21 points for Taylor's a disappointment in this game, and I'm sure Sean will be doubly disappointed given the fact he's a Colts fan and it's went to poo poo. But it just 171 points. It's not going to be enough in playoff time unless you get very lucky, and you know Sean didn't, and Whitworth Rockstars did.
yeah, and the other one is Graham, the Glasgow Eagles, 251.15 against the Godalming Goats. Rob, 243.46. Now that's a sore one to lose. So Graham gets into the bowl final against Jack, and Rob's unlucky.
Yeah, I mean that for Godalming Goats. I mean, very very harsh. What was it? 250 odd points that they scored.
243 against 250, so 8 points roughly.
143. Yeah, I mean you've got 40 points from Trevor Law. Your first two scores, 40 points from Trevor Lawrence, 40 points from CMC. You're thinking you're winning this game, but yeah, Puka's obviously knocked it out the park. Joanne Johnson over at New Orleans. That was a big one. That's a big one to have started for Graham, and he's rewarded them as such. So, but big week for Graham. I can't see the screen, Johnny. Sorry, I've lost it, so I can't see who else has got what. But massive week for Graham. Very unlucky for Godalming Goals. And Graham's got to take confidence with winning a game like that close, that high of scoring. He'll take a lot of confidence in that going into the final this week. And he, when he sees his opponent scored 175 points that week as well, it can only be a good thing. But alas, it looks like it might switch around, and that's the joy that's the choice of fantasy football, isn't it? One week you're scoring 175 points, and the next week you're scoring 280. So yeah, Graham's a wee bit behind here. I mean, he's only had
Not by much. He's only had one
Courtland
player
Sutton play so far, so
but 64
he's got 10 points from him, but
with Harvey, Franklin 7 points, and Fairbairn 10 points, and Bobby Wagner 22 for Jack. So
yes, I mean that's pretty much par. You wanted a wee bit more from Franklin, but you're happy with what you got from Harvey. You're quite happy that your kicker's got double digits, and Wagner's par pass as well. He's got about par for these 22. So yeah, you're relatively happy with that start from your four players. You were probably hoping for a wee bit more. What Rockstars would have been hoping for a wee bit more, but you'll take it, and you're very much in the fight. And it's again, this is a very very close one. It could go either way. Graham's going to need kind of Puka to have a Puka week, and if he does have a Puka week, then you got to think that he's got a great chance of coming back and winning that.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a very close one, and it's going to go down to the wire, that one. Because Puka's playing on Tuesday as well, Monday Night Football. So
I think Josh Allen's going to have a lot to say in that one for sure. If Josh Allen can have a proper Josh Allen week, then that will make a big difference for Whitworth Rockstars. But that is a big ass if.
I was just looking at Godalming goals because they're the team that actually qualified for Scarabray. And he went and took out Higgins. He played him last week and didn't play him this week.
Oh,
So he's left 20 points on the bench.
and it was right. It was like it was the very first pass of the game, Johnny. It was the very first pass of the game. I will be very surprised if you watched any of the rest of that game after that. I'm not even being funny, especially if he's playing for the Scarabray because he's playing for the whole kit and caboodle.